Hey everyone, so today I'm going to show you a video how I put my pictures onto PowerPoint or Google Slides. Now, as you all know, we've been working on our photos from our phone and editing from our phone. So some of us might be a little bit confused in how to transfer that over to our PowerPoint and Google Slides when we're working from the computer. There are many ways on how you can transfer your photos over, but there's two different ways I'm just going to quickly mention today. If you have a Google Drive account, I highly recommend downloading the app, which you can see in front of my screen, called Drive. What the Google Drive account app does is almost like a memory stick, but everything is on the cloud. Okay, so I tend to use this as my USB stick as a backup to store my things. So this is really useful to have if you don't have a USB stick in general. I'm just going to quickly open my Google Drive account just to show you what it looks like. And if I want to upload images, you can see this plus sign at the bottom. You just click on that and you just upload whatever folder or images that you want to add in. So for instance, let's say I click upload and then I choose photos or videos, and it will show all the photos that I've got stored on my phone, and I select from there and send it from then on. So that's one way of doing it. It's really straightforward. And then I would just go onto my computer and sign on to my Google Drive and just download those images from there. And that's quite self-explanatory. I don't think I really need to do a tutorial, but there's loads out there if you really need to find one. The second way that I kind of do on the go that I find quite easy to do is by emailing the pictures to myself. So what I do is open my photo galleries, and from there I just select pictures that I want to send. So on the top right hand corner you can see the select button, and I'm going to choose a selection of still life photograph experiments that I've been taking recently. So these are like experiments that I want to present on my page. So I've got about, let's say, 4 pictures here, and on the bottom left hand corner you can see the send button, which has the arrow facing up in a square shape. You click on that and then it will show you several options of how you can send the images. So for this instance, we want to be mail. So you want to email it to your own personal email address. So I'm just going to quickly write down my personal email address, scroll down to check that the images that I want to send is all on there. It's good practice to always just double check certain things. And then for subject, I'm just going to name it as still life experiments. It's really good practice to always have a subheading subject, so that when you're sending multiple pictures, you know what is what, and you can organize it quickly from then. But also if you're someone who gets loads of emails during the day, then this just makes it a little bit more easier. Okay, now that I've got all my pictures in there, you see the arrow on the right hand side going up direction. Click on that. That basically means send, and then it will come up with several options, and you can reduce the size or keep it at the actual size, and so forth. With photography, the work that we do, we want to keep the quality of the work to be of high standard. So in this case, I generally pick the large one or the actual size. Now, actual size tends to struggle in sending multiple images in one go, and I usually have to send one image at a time. And this is the point where I tend to just use Google Drive because it's just quick and straightforward. So I'm just going to click on large because I still want the quality to be of high standard. And now I clicked on large, that's basically sent to my email address. So those are the two ways: is download the app Google Drive, and that will allow you to store all your photographs, and you can order it by creating folders, and you can do that on your phone or on the computer, and you can just download it from straight there. And the best part is that you keep the quality of your photograph without having to adjust the size. Whereas when I'm emailing, I am already adjusting the size when I'm clicking on the large one rather than the actual size. But that's one way of just quickly sending the images over in a particular order. So those are the two ways. What I'm going to do is now sign on to my computer and sign on to my email account and show you how to transfer those photos over to your PowerPoint slides. Okay, see you there. Hey everyone, so now I've just logged on to my email account and I can find the images that I've literally sent to myself earlier on today. So this is great. So there's two ways you can do this. You could right click on it and save the image into your photography folder, for instance. You could even just copy and paste onto your PowerPoint slides. There are many ways of how you want to present your work. When you're doing that, just be mindful of, like, will you be using these images again? So I think it's generally really good practice to save your work onto a folder so that you have it as backup. Otherwise, if it's on your phone, just make sure that that's basically your initial backup. Okay, so I'm going to call it experiments, and I'm just going to click onto here and save. You can even rename it if you want, if it's easier for you to do that. So on here, some of you guys might not know how to use Google Slides, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So essentially you go to google.co.uk/slides. You could just search up Google Slides and it will just take you straight to here anyway. And then you'll see this button where it says go to Google Slides. So whilst it's uploading, you choose the blank option here, and then it will show you a range of options. So this is basically like PowerPoint. So some of you guys might not have Microsoft Word at home or all those stuff. Google has all of those things for you. Now, when you look at this page, you can see straight away that it's very wide kind of page, and it doesn't really look like an A4 page. So what I tend to do is go to File, scroll down, and go to Page Setup. And then I'll click on Standard and click Apply. And then now you can see it looks like a normal A4 size page. Here you can choose a selection of themes, but I tend to just keep it blank and create my own theme. Here's the layout, which you can change how you want the text box to be addressed. And if you click on the slide here, number 1, and press the key Enter, it creates new pages and so forth. Generally, I like the text size to be maximum size 11. That's only for the text size. So for instance, when you're writing annotations and labeling and so forth, then you would use that. For title, I don't mind what size it is, as long as it's big, bold, and you're thinking about fonts that might look fun or goes with the theme that you're working on. I would say don't choose Comic Sans, because that's the kind of font I don't really like in general. So try to not use that one, okay? Good. So let's say I've got my image and I want to present it. So I'm going to title this as Experiments. Okay. And I want to put my image that I've just saved on my folder. So what I'm going to do is go to Windows and open that folder where I saved my work on. Okay. So here I'm just going to click on Open. Sorry, it's a little bit slow, but we'll get there eventually. And you will see this button here, which is Documents, and that's where I believe I've saved my work in. And then you just click on that. And then what should open is your Documents folder, and then you should find Photography folder, and then you should find the Experiments folder, and then your image where you saved earlier on. And what I tend to do is drag and drop like so. And then the image should slowly load up from there. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. The other way that I said that you can also do is just simply copy and paste. So let's say I just right click on that image from my email and then copy image, and then right click on the PowerPoint slide and you just click on paste, and that should put the image onto there as well, like so. What Google Slides tend to do, they might resize the image for it to fit on the page. So that's also really useful to have, because it just makes things a little bit more straightforward. That's what they occasionally do. So yeah, so overall, that's how you would transfer your images onto your PowerPoint or Google Slides, the same ways how you would do it on PowerPoint, even though I've shown it on Google Slides. If you have a Google Drive, what you tend to do is just log on to your Google Drive account, and you will, if you go onto the main Google page, you will see a apps menu option, and you go onto Drive, and then you're already logged in basically, and you would just download your work from there, or even copy and paste it from there. And again, that's pretty much straightforward too. Okay, so if you have any questions, don't be shy to ask any questions or email your teachers. If not, you can just Google and search how to blah 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 kind of thing, and you should be able to find your answers from there. Anyway, good luck guys, bye.